shaking off the rust. What I was happy with was the retention from the spring and the summer. These guys, we challenged them to come in and not take a step back mentally. I wanted to. We described this as practice 16 of spring. You know, we wanted to continue forward, continue to make progress, and from a mental standpoint, we did. You know, I thought the retention of the information was good, but we didn't execute. You know, and like I said, I think it's shaking the rust off. I think it's getting used to game speed reps and the timing with defensive guys in your face and across the ball from you. But I was happy with the overall retention and where we came out of the spring.
This early, do you see much out of the quarterbacks and what they've been able to do in the summer?
You know, again, I was just happy with how they took charge at times. You know, we can always improve there. And in the meeting room, especially, they've been sharp. So without any pads on, with such a limited install in day one, running the same plays over and over, it's hard to get a feel for exactly where they left off in the spring.
Coach, how do you handle like freshmen right now? There are a couple of benchmarks, I mean, all freshmen, not just the quarterbacks, that you want to see them be able to do and excel at the first couple days.
Again, coming out of the summer, we as coaches can't spend any time with them, so we put it on the upperclassmen and on the freshmen themselves to learn the offense and to transition smoothly, and they did, and that's a credit to them for applying themselves, and it's a credit to the upperclassmen for kind of bringing them underneath their wing and showing them the way to do it. I think they were shot a little bit with the tempo of practice, and that's where our execution fell.
Mike, do the freshman receivers at least look comfortable?
Excuse me?
Do the freshman receivers at least look comfortable, the ones that have been here this summer?
Yeah, again, they've been impressive mentally. Physically, it's hard to tell right now.
Mike, were there any roll your eyes moments out there at all as a coach, from a coaching point of view? How did that go for you when you were looking at the kids and what they were doing?
Well, you know, I don't think you're ever completely satisfied with how practice went, especially practice one. The biggest thing that we need to focus on is playing with great effort and playing with great tempo, and that doesn't come naturally to guys. So you're always going to be in that situation, practice one, where you're pulling them along and you're coaching effort and tempo as much or more than you're coaching technique and assignment, and that's just natural. It's expected day one, and sure enough, that was there.
As a coach, do you play up that it's an open battle? You know, kind of play into that idea of everyone's working for a job?
We stress competition all the time, and that competition it will continue on a daily basis. So yeah, we not just at the quarterback position, but at every position. So we're focusing on the process of improving on a daily basis.
So then, how do you balance between playing up that it is an open battle competition versus not wanting guys to be tight and worried about every little mistake?
Well, there's always tomorrow. It's like a baseball player that may have a bad day at the plate. Well, tomorrow he has the opportunity to step up to the plate and go 3 for 3 with 2 home runs and a couple stolen bases or something. For our guys, hey, tomorrow's performance does not depend on today's performance. We have a snap and clear mentality. Whether you had a great day or a poor day, you're going to come out tomorrow with the goal of executing consistently.
Mike, was today? It looked like the script was maybe similar, but did it feel different as coaches? Is there a greater sense of urgency that you can feel maybe from your team as well?
Sure. You know, with the season right around the corner and new players in here, the urgency's always stepped up. There's greater competition with the new faces that have come in, and guys want to show. I mean, what our guys did this summer was remarkable. Just to look at their bodies and to see how much stronger they got and how much better shape they're in. What was encouraging, and so today I think they wanted to go out there and show what they accomplished this summer, and like I said, day one's always a shock to the system, and we got a long way to go.
Just could you tell that Coach Jones talked about not wanting to kind of have to start backward, maybe that's where you were in spring. Do you feel like you guys are building off? I know it's just one day.
Like I mentioned, mentally I thought the guys did a great job. We didn't have many MAs. Guys were overall in the right positions. It was our execution, it was our pitch and catch, the giving plays that I wasn't happy with and where we need to improve.
Specifically with Justin and Nathan, did you tell the work, they both talked about putting in a lot of work this year, did you tell
Sure.
that some of it's paid off?
Again, in the meeting room, they're so sharp. it's almost to a point where I have to find ways to challenge them in the meeting room. On the field, I mentioned earlier, I don't know if you were here, such limited install in without pads, it's hard to get a feel for where they are right now compared to the spring.
Coach Schultz talked about retention and picking up where you left off in the spring. Did you see a lot of that?
I did, mentally, for sure. Physically, no, not at all. Which, again, is expected. But mentally, boy, those guys, including the freshmen that are stepping on the field for the first time, did a great job of picking up what we threw at them today.
You know, it seems like not just the players, but the coaches, the intensity on the coaches was much higher today.
Well,
let me tell you this. It's getting up there.
Sure. I hope we come out. You know, Coach Jones has an expression that he uses: "Flip the switch." Our goal is to come out and flip the switch every time we step on the field. So to say that we stepped up the intensity, I hope we've been consistent, like we're asking our players to do.
Your perspective, what do the quarterbacks look out there? First day, obviously, but talk about what they look like, what their effort level is like.
They've worked hard all summer. That's evident in their mental preparation and in what their bodies look like. Our timing wasn't very good today. Our execution wasn't very good today. So it's hard to get a feel for that.
First look at the freshmen. What were your first impressions of the young freshman quarterbacks?
Oh, hey, I'm happy. Josh Dobbs and Riley Ferguson, boy, they are further along from a mental standpoint than any freshman I've had before. Physically, they're both very talented. So it should be interesting to see how they progress as training camp goes on. But they stepped in their reps and in a lot of ways managed the offense like veterans, and I was happy to see that. And again, that's a testament to both Josh and Riley, but also to what Nathan and Justin did with those guys this summer. In terms of
How
preparing
often
them for
do you
camp.
plan on giving, if at all, giving them first team reps just to see what they can do?
You know, we'll keep shuffling until we find till a guy steps up. So we'll evaluate the video. You know, grade each guy, Justin, Nathan, Josh, and Riley, all of them, and as they demonstrate a grasp of what we're doing, then they'll get more reps.
Was there a moment today, Mike, early on where you saw the quarterbacks and you thought, okay, it's not lip service, it's clear they have been in the playbook all summer, it's clear they have been organizing stuff all summer?
I wouldn't say at practice, more so in the meeting rooms, where they're able to spit out answers. Like I said, I'm trying to find ways to challenge them into that.
Is that typical, or do you think that's maybe just sort of how hungry these guys are?
It's a testament to the work they put in. It's a testament to the approach that they've had. Now, the bottom line is we got to go out and execute.
What's the biggest thing that they've got to accomplish the next few days before you put the pads on, take that next step?
Overall, as an offense, we need to work on our timing and improve, as always, early on in training camp, early on in spring, improve our tempo, improve our effort level, our strain.
You talked about the freshman quarterbacks. How realistic is it for one of them